Mrs. Midnight, and since in Mexico we celebrate the Teacher's Day in May, I want to talk to you about the teachers that for me are the worst ones in Hogwarts Mystery. That's right, last year we talked about the best teachers in this game, but this year it's the turn of the darkest side of the teacher staff in Hogwarts. Dishonorable mentions to Amicus Carrow, Quirinus Quirrell, Gilderoy Lockhart, Barty Crouch Jr., and Dolores Umbridge. All of these characters appear as teachers in the movies or in the books, but not in the game, and therefore they cannot be in this top. Because of that, and because when I was writing the screenplay for them, it was so ginormous that it was gonna be more intro than actual video. So if you want me to do another video of why I think those would be the worst in general, not only in the game, let me know in the comments. Same as with the most attractive teachers, this top will be small because there are very few teachers in Hogwarts Mystery that would fit the description of a bad professor. So let's go see who takes the bronze in the worst teachers in Hogwarts Mystery. Cuthbert Beans. I don't know how someone can make a class given by a ghost boring, but this man, or ectoplasma, manages to do it to the point of boring himself and falling asleep on his own classes. The boredom of his classes and the fact that he forgets when they are coming and then is surprised to see students in the classroom can just mean one thing: indifference. Indifference towards his subject that he gives without passion, but most importantly, indifference towards the students and their learning process, to the point that he doesn't even know their names. I mean, I am a teacher, I know it's hard to learn the names of all your students, especially if there are many, but for crying out loud, this man doesn't learn them even after years of teaching them. And although this is negative in any teacher of any subject, it's particularly worrying in Beans because he's the history teacher during a war. And the boring way he gives the classes doesn't only make his indifference contagious to the students, making them fail the owls, but also makes them forget the importance of the subject in the times they are living. Not knowing our history condemns us to repeat it. And in the magical world, this is very clearly seen because there were two magical wars with many similarities between them. I don't know what the firing policies are for ghosts in Hogwarts, but certainly Beans has earned that and the third place in this top. Not only for teaching mediocrely by just reading notes and expecting the students to copy them, but also for wasting the opportunity to prepare them for the future and for the present. Oh, and for not quitting if he cares so little about his class. Because since he is a ghost, that means if he is not fired and doesn't quit, the history of magic class will be insufferable forever.
Relax and chant with me. Feel better?
No! I still want him to quit! Sybil Trelawney. There's almost nothing that I share with Dolores Umbridge, she's the character I hate the most. But the one thing I could not contradict her with would be firing Trelawney. Of course, leaving her homeless was unnecessary, but when it comes to the firing, honestly, Dumbledore should have done that way before Umbridge did. Yes, I'm aware he kept her around because of the prophecy she discovered, but that doesn't change that was the only prophecy that she got right. And the only area where she's worse than divination is precisely teaching. And not only because, like Lockhart, she teaches without dominating her topic, but also because she projects her insecurities in the students, like Hermione that dares to question her and divination as a discipline. Her defensive attitude disguised as condescendence already tells us a lot about her mediocrity. But this aspect is seen to the fullest when she has to give classes with the centaur Torbus. Torbus takes over the divination classes when Trelawney is fired, and since the centaurs consider this a dishonor, he is banished from the forest, and when she comes back, they have to share the classes. But instead of taking this as a chance to learn from the best and increase the quality of her own classes, Trelawney decides to get very mad for having to give classes with a horse and also turns to drinking. Sybil takes the silver of this top because besides what we mentioned before, she teaches from the hypocrisy of being unwilling to learn. And that doesn't only make her a bad teacher, but also a terrible example for the students. And the worst part is that when Torbus is accepted back in the forest, she gives those classes alone again. Patricia Rakepick. I imagine that seeing this traitor in the head of the top is no surprise. But thinking it through, I think she could easily beat the teachers in the movies and books as well. Yes, during the Magical War there were several teachers in Hogwarts that did terrible things to the students. But none of them like Rakepick that made a triple murder attempt to our character Charlie Weasley and Meryless Knight, followed by the murder of Rowan. for the simple fact that she did all this with the aggravant of being peaceful times and on full use of her mental capacities. And with students that were helpless and unprepared because they trusted her. I don't justify the actions of teachers like Quirrell or Barty Crouch, but at least they had the mitigating factors that one of them was possessed by Voldemort and the other one was crazy. But in Rapick's case, she was not crazy. She was just a oh. Yeah, she teaches well, but that loses importance because the only reason why she teaches well and challenges the students intellectually is to see who she can use. And the only reason why she approaches them personally is to see who is more vulnerable for her to take advantage. Rapick is at the head of the top of the worst teachers in Hogwarts Mystery because besides being a criminal, she is an opportunistic witch that doesn't care about traumatizing, wounding, or even killing people that are in disadvantage with her not only due to their inexperience, but also because being her students they instinctively deposit their trust in her and that she will keep them safe. And this is why, among the worst teachers of Hogwarts Mystery, the excuse of a professor called Patricia Rapick is a son of a Sorry, among the worst teachers in Hogwarts Mystery, Patricia Rapick is the most extreme. And this was the top of the ones that, for me, are the worst teachers in Hogwarts Mystery. But now it's your turn. Let me know in the comments if you agree with my selection or if you think I'm missing someone else. And if you like this video, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and click on the bell so YouTube lets you know when I upload the next one. Mrs. Midnight loves you and hopes to see you next time. Mischief managed!